But from the moment I had the idea that I wanted to relocate with Express Entry, I told everyone. So because I was very open, it opened the doors to a lot of questions, a lot of inquiry. In fact, I remember overhearing someone telling another person they didn't know I could hear that, oh, they were sad for this Canada people, UK people had already gone, and I was like, oh my god, Nami, bring this up on myself, literally. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ify and this is Ify's Beats. If you are a first time viewer, thank you, and if you're a returning viewer, also thank you. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, just engage all around. I really appreciate you. On today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I have personally experienced, and I feel like has been going around like Nigerian social media for a while. Ever since Japa became such a huge thing. I don't know, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos that feel like rage baits, and I thought, you know what, I've experienced this, I should talk about it. And it is should you tell people before you Japa? So I think first of all, I would just like to explain what Japa is. So if you're not Nigerian, Japa basically means relocating abroad. It could be the US, Australia, UK, Canada, wherever. But it just means, you know, relocating abroad, mostly for good opportunities. I feel like there are certain very wealthy people you would see abroad, Nigerians, and you'd be like, they didn't Japa, they just moved. When people say Japa, they sort of mean like escape, like they move for better opportunities. Anyway, firstly, I'm going to talk about, you know, reasons people don't tell anyone, and that is because I feel like we want to dissect the reasons why people tell people and the reasons why people don't tell people. So for the reasons why people don't tell people, number one is because they're trying to avoid stress. A huge part of the Japa process is very stressful. Even the easiest applications are still very stressful. I feel like mine was reasonable and it was still stressful. You're gathering documents, you're talking, and you don't want the added pressure of people asking you questions. You know, where is it at? What happened? So I feel like it makes sense to not want to tell people sometimes because of the stress. Another reason is because of family expectations. Some people feel like when they tell people, you know, then questions like, oh, help me bring this person, help me do this when you land there, when you get there, send this, blah, blah, blah. I feel like some of those expectations do make some people not want to tell. And another reason is privacy. Some people are actually just very private and they like to do their things in private and probably share wins eventually when they get them. So I would say that is a good reason also. And the final reason that all Nigerians know about is bad vibes, fear of bad energy. Some people are just very spiritual, religious, you know, some people call it juju, some people call it village people, whatever you call it, bad vibes, whatever. It's that fear of it is what motivates a lot of people not to tell. They are afraid that, oh, they tell somebody and their flight is going to get delayed, they're going to forget their passport, the visa is going to get denied, they're going to get into an accident, they'll get kidnapped. Some people even say, oh, it's not about you, it's about the people you might go and tell. You know, some people just say you just have bad energy around about you. It's not like you're going to do juju, but so all these are the reasons why most people don't tell. And for the reasons why people tell, some people have a good support system and they thrive in getting support. They get a lot of encouragement, so they are willing to, you know, tell people. You know, especially when you come from a family where a lot of people have Japan before. It's like it's not a new thing. It's like the more people I tell, the more advice I'm going to get. And then another thing is, some people love helping others. They love people learning from their journey. They love sharing information with other people. And then another reason is celebration. Some people just like, you know, people hearing their good news, celebrating with them, even if it's just the journey, congratulating them, you know, show off, whatever. But those are some of the motivations. The final one, which is the one that directly opposes the other one I said about bad vibes, is some people don't fear anybody. Like they genuinely don't care about opinions. They tell you what it is and that's it. They don't think you can harm them. They're like, I'm just going to do my thing. So those are the reasons why some people do tell people that they are about to japa. So the real question now is, should you tell people or not? And I would say that it's not a one size fits all questions. I would say that there are a couple of things that you should ask yourself before you decide to tell or not to tell. And number one is, what kind of person are you? Are you someone that thrives in getting support? Are you someone that, some people, when they move silently, they feel like they are motivated by the idea that they can surprise you with their good news. That you thought that they were serious, now that you know they are serious. They like the surprise on your face. So people, that's how they move, that's how they're motivated. And then so if you're someone who thrives in that kind of space, know what drives you and go with that. And then another thing is, who are the people around you? Some people don't think the people around them are genuine, they think they're bad people. I don't know why you would have bad people around you, but I don't know, it beats me, but whatever. So if you have genuinely people who genuinely care for you, I don't see why you wouldn't want to tell them, because if something good is happening in your life and I care for you, I would like to know, to support you, to encourage you, to celebrate with you. So yeah, and it makes me feel like I'm important in your life. And then the final question to ask yourself is, are you prepared for the reactions? Now, this one goes both ways. Once you tell people, you can't untell them. So you have to be prepared for the reaction. And once you don't tell people and you've traveled, you can't reverse your trip. So you have to be prepared for the reactions, whatever decision you take. If you're um, are you okay with people asking you questions, following up on your trip, knowing what happened, blah blah blah, being nosy? If you're okay with that, then yeah. And then that's why those videos annoy me. You traveled, you didn't tell someone you're calling your best friend, and then you are coming to say they blocked you. It's clearly rage based, but I'm like, their reaction is very valid. The same way a decision was tell them is valid. So my point is, be prepared for the reaction, whatever decision you take. So people, you don't tell people, some people might block you, some people might stop talking to you, some people might, like, it can go anyway. So be prepared for those reactions. Whatever you're comfortable with, please do. And I think finally is my take on this. Whew, okay, so I personally experienced it, and I had a very, not unique per se. At least all the people that I had applied the time I applied had similar experiences, but um, I applied to the Canadian Express entry in 2021, late 2020, and by 2021, RICC, the Canadian immigration body that handles our applications, had basically gone on pause. They were no longer approving applications. And me that had this big idea that I was going to be in Canada by early to mid 2021, I was stuck in Nigeria till 2022. So I was very, I don't know. It was a tough time for me, and that was the same period where that Shola Shobowale's this new dispensation meme was in vogue. Everyone was using it because I think late 2021 everyone was going to the UK on the student visa route. So I would see that, I would be stressed. But guess what made my stress worse? All the people that were asking me what's happening with my Canadian process, because what I was open with everybody. I told everybody from the get go. In fact, from the moment I had the idea that I wanted to relocate with Express Entry, I told everyone. So because I was very open, it opened the doors to a lot of questions, a lot of inquiry. In fact, I remember overhearing someone telling another person they didn't know I could hear that, oh, they were sad for this Canada people, UK people had already gone, and I was like, oh my god, na me bring this up on myself, literally. Sometimes you don't know if they are mocking you or they are just genuinely asking out of concern because you're already feeling sad and angry that you've not gotten this approval that you've been waiting for. So I really experienced the negative sides of telling people about my process, but I don't regret it either, because I feel like I was able to impact and touch a lot of people and convince a lot of people to start. Because as I said, the moment I had the idea, I was very open with it. I told everybody. I remember some people would call me because I was very knowledgeable about the process. I was obsessed with it, so I would read a lot about it. And some people would call me to ask me how to do this, how to do that, and I was very open with information. So I feel like a lot of people learned from me. I think so. I don't want to brag, but I feel like that. And yeah, and it's something I would do over and over again. Like I feel like if I have useful information for you, I'll tell you. And honestly, that's why I started this channel. And then finally, um I thrive on being open about my journey. I'm a very big procrastinator. And I can tell you I want to do something today. I will be very serious. I will swear on my life that I'm going to be consistent. Like I said I was going to learn French from YouTube, and I'm still God, I'm still behind. So the way I am is when I continuously repeat something, um I'm very motivated. It's like I'm psyching myself. It's like every day I say it out, it's like I'm rewatching myself and telling myself that this is something I should do. I'm convincing myself more than I am convincing you. So because I am that way, and that is the kind of situation I thrive, it wasn't something I regret because it really made me stick to my goal and to continue to do it. It's like when somebody tries to hypnotize you, like me continuously repeating that I'm going to do this process is me literally just hypnotizing myself. So my 2 cents is honestly tell people that genuinely know you and genuinely care. I feel like you would appreciate it. Even when you're here, you still need your support system back home in Nigeria. This place can get very lonely, especially if you don't have a lot of people. And sometimes you're still talking to your friends. I spoke to my friends all the time from Canada until now. Most of them are here and we still talk. So even if you're here, like this is it sounds selfish saying, "Oh, talk to them," so tell people so that you're not lonely. But my point is, don't discard people because that you japa doesn't mean you're not going to talk to anybody. And people can still japa and come and meet you there. So it's not like you suddenly own the country because you move there. So yeah, your life is going to change, but you still need your support system. So I would say please tell people who genuinely care about you. I do not subscribe to this idea of people who will be happy for you will be happy for you, and you just hurt your friends and move thousands of miles away without telling them that you are leaving. I don't support it. And to wrap up this video, I'm going to say, tell me what you think. Are you team silent Japa, or are you team tell everybody? Or are you team tell only the people that matter? I was the extreme. I told everybody. But I don't think you should do that. Just tell people that matter and people you believe genuinely care. And I think another thing that I feel like I need to highlight in this video before I go is I'm not a very religious person. And I think that I'm the biggest obstacle to my own goals. Like as I said, I'm supposed to be learning French, but I would just be procrastinating. Um I feel like if I've not achieved something, I can see how many steps I've taken that has stopped me from achieving it, or how many steps I haven't taken. How my own laziness is stopping me from achieving goals. Like my YouTube channel now, I was to break up. I will start posting regularly, and then I will post one video in 5 6 months. So I can never say, oh, somebody, is one village person, one juju person is the one stopping my channel from growing when I'm not being consistent. I'm very accountable. I like to take accountability. And I feel like if people took more accountability, they will subscribe less to the belief of, juju and evil eye and bad vibes. And yes, bad things can happen to you before you japa, but at the end of the day, bad things happen to good people all the time. I feel like the universe randomly picks. If it were about how good of a person you are or how bad vibes or whatever, people would not be in war-torn countries. Literally, children, babies, literally getting killed for nothing. So I don't subscribe to that. And I think, before I go, I keep saying before I go, I think another reason why I'm also like this is because I didn't see Japa as the end all be all of my life. Like, when you're looking at like, oh, once I come to Canada, my life is set, is this perfect thing. I knew I was coming to meet struggles. I watched a lot of YouTube videos when I finally got approved, and I knew that I'm coming to meet a lot of struggles. So knowing that made me I'm looking forward to traveling and moving and possibly changing my life, but I'm also afraid of the unknown. I know that Nigeria might not seem great, but I know that I'm not going to go and lie down on a bed of roses in Canada. So having that mindset sort of made me less, because I feel like some people put the trip on such a pedestal. That's why they feel like if anything ruins it, they will die. And it's a very important trip. It's life changing. I cannot, you know, minimize that at all. I mean, today I'm a Canadian citizen, but I would say, your struggles are not over. You are switching some struggles for another set of struggles. So you still need your support system. And bad things can honestly happen to you anywhere. Please tell me if you're team silent Japa or team tell everybody, or team just tell the people that care about you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, engage. Drop your comments in the comment section. I'll be reading and hopefully responding. Thank you for watching, and bye.